maybe in one of the early years at Michigan, we were in a kind of a tough quarterback situation. But this is, this early in the season is a little bit surprising, but we'll adjust. We got time to practice this week and get them ready.
Do you have anyone you work out as an emergency quarterback at this point? Or?
Well, if we had to, Matt Marin. Matt was a quarterback, and he's taken a few reps, just handoffs in practice. Hasn't thrown it very much, but he would like to, I'm sure.
What is Sean Brown doing particularly well to, each
really
of the last 3
everything.
weeks?
Really everything. I mean, he what you're seeing in the game is not really a surprise to us because we see it in practice. I mean, he just plays so hard. He's so passionate about it, and he's pound for pound as tough as anybody we got. I mean, he's a physical guy, and he can take a pound and get up. Just really proud of the way he's getting better.
Are you surprised that he leads the team in receptions and yards at this point?
Well, only because we got 3 veterans, and it's just been, he's been the guy that's been open. The other 3 are still playing well. It's just he's been open more often and has made the most of it.
Thoughts on Cam Denson's progress, or?
Yeah, he's getting better. I think every week his role is increasing, and it needs to. I mean, he's got to be a big play guy for us because he has that capability, and he's getting better. He's it's been a work in progress a little bit, but Cam's getting better, so he's going to play a big role for us.
Why do you think it's been a work in progress?
Well, the first is because we moved him, back and forth, and wasn't sure what we wanted to do, and then now he's learned every position, which is not easy to do, but he's. Football is important to him, and he's learned every position now, so he'll play more now going forward.
I think Trey Griffey's drawn at least 3 pass interference penalties this season. Is that something that you place value on? Do guys kind of get credit for that?
There's been a lot of pass interference penalties, and I think the biggest reason is because there's a lot of one-on-one man coverage, and playing balls in the air. There probably could be more. I'm sure every offensive coach says they think there's more defensive interference, and more defensive guys think they're bad calls, but I think you're probably seeing a lot more throughout college football because of all the press coverage and guys taking shots deep.
Why are teams playing more?
They're just
press
challenging.
coverage
They're trying to take away the easy stuff and then making the quarterback and receiver execute. And sometimes they get away with it, sometimes they don't. But a 15-yarder is a lot better than a 50-yarder. So they probably defensive coaches say, listen, if you're losing it, grab him.
Did you get a sense that UCLA didn't really know how to defend Khalil? Is that a thing?
No, I mean, we were running the same plays. I think Khalil just, he ran well. He's a physical guy. He ran, tried to run through a couple of people, which is not always recommended for your quarterback. But, he made some nice plays, and he probably didn't have time to get nervous. But I don't think he's the nervous type anyway. He's kind of an easygoing guy.
So you mentioned how you have some time to prepare, obviously, this week with whatever injuries you have. But how difficult is it from a continuity standpoint when you're kind of shuffling guys in and out offensive
Yeah, the
line,
biggest thing is that
positions?
You want to continue to progress on offense, add some plays or adjustments to plays and things that aren't really difficult for veterans. But when you have young guys in there, you can't go to phase 2 or the adjustment to a play because you're still going phase 1.
How has Zach Green improved this year?
Zach, he's in better shape. He obviously understands the offense. He's a mature guy, and he's run well. I mean, he's a guy whose role needed to increase anyway because he's a physical presence. And as he gets in better shape, which hopefully he is now, he'll play even more.
Do you have to coach morale a little bit more when all these injuries are hitting, or do you think the
I
guys
don't know. That's
are
a fair
okay
question. We don't. Our every coach's mantra and teams is probably next man up anyway, and keep the guys positive. But I told the team, it's up. The first half of today's practice was the best energy we've had in 6 weeks, and I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if it's because it was a nice, cool morning or what it was, but there was great energy, enthusiasm, and so the second half wasn't as good as the first half, but the first half was the best first half of practice we've had in over a month. So that's positive.
Do you give any thought to the fact that Arizona and Utah this weekend is suddenly looking like the walking wounded versus the walking wounded?
Yeah, they got a few guys banged up too. I don't know if they've had an open date yet or not. Have they? I don't know. But,
I don't think so.
and it catches up to you. So at some point, everybody in college football deals with it a little bit. What you don't want to do is deal with all early in the season and with a large number, it's the same position, like it's kind of hit us. But that's one reason why you got to develop depth in your program. And right now we have some depth, but not nearly what we're going to have in the next couple of years.
You guys have had Utah's number for whatever reason. Is there some sort of deep explanation for it? Do you think you just happen to play well those
I was
particular
asked a
Saturdays?
question the other day. I just think we've played, for whatever reason, we've probably executed as well against them than any team we played, both at home on the road. And our guys have been dialed in, and we've gotten, I know particularly up there, we've gotten turnovers, which was a big deal. And some of that's luck, and some of it was good play. But to beat them, you got to get turnovers, and some of that's a little bit of luck. So we got to. If we don't get any turnovers in this game, we'll have a tough time.
What's your evaluation of how Flanagan Fowles has played?
Getting a little better every game. He's we put a lot on his plate. He plays a lot. He plays special teams. Football is really important to him. So he's been solid. And he's a physical guy, but he'll keep getting better.
Is he beginning to remind you of some of the safeties you've had here at all?
A little bit, yeah. He's probably a little taller, and his growth potential is even better. So, and again, last year he didn't play senior in high school, so last year was kind of a new year, kind of a bonus for us to play then. But our expectation for him is to continue to progress. He could be one of the better ones in the league eventually.
Okay, guys.